Well, that was disappointing, but not a big surprise. They lost to the first place Rangers 4-2. First pitch, Michael King, a 2-run home run with Dermis Garcia, man, and Dolis Garcia, excuse me, and it's it 4-2. I mean, their first place team, Texas, so they're first, Seattle second, Houston's third. So, and is what it is. Tomorrow's another game. So tomorrow we got Severino versus John Gray. So that'll be a good one. That'll be a good mix up right there. So they play 4 o'clock tomorrow. So, but shout out to everybody in the chat. Sean Browning's here. Greg Gasco, Jonathan. Who else we have here? Why is it not scrolling? There we go. Rose for you, babe. Lapari's in the house. Peanuts here. What's good, everybody? What is good? Corey. Yeah, long as I know what you're saying, man. Stephen B. Jonathan. What else we got here? Texas Buckeye, the king of Texas. Andre Visconti. Hello, Andre. How are you? Yeah. Joe my consigliere. That's it. 2-run blast would have been nice. Would have been really nice. So it is tough to pitch with no run support. Mike Mussini was absolutely freaking right. Absolutely right. So, who else we got here in the house here? Let's see. Said Yasko already. What is good? What is good? What is good, everybody? Not what we wanted tonight, but it happens. So West Coast Yankee fans here. I don't think. I mean, I'd be surprised if they get swept by Texas Rose, but you never know. I don't know. So Brandon Moore. I'm not ruling the Yankees out yet. I know a lot of people saying the season's over and blah blah. I don't buy that, but that's just me. So yeah, Schmidt pitched a great game. Yes, he did. No offense. No offense. No offense. Steals. Telling you, man. There's one disaster pitch too. I mean, Schmidt. I mean, I'll take that as a bright spot. In his last 7 games, he has a 2.05 ERA. So whatever he's done a hell of a lot better than the last 7 games. So I'll give him that. So, and I hope he continues that. Hopefully, our bullpen behind him will get up to speed again because they're not up to speed again right now. So, and you know, Andrea, Bobby's in the house. David Herrera, the chef, cooking up the stuff here. Jimmy Mathers, Ryan Beck, the Becksters here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the logic was pinch hitting for McKinney, but President Lesh, baby. Risberg is here. Sunil, there he is. There he is. 1 game, Sunil. We haven't been swept yet. And if you don't get swept, I'm going to be all over your ass. Just know that, Sunil. Just know that right now. It's a pretty big. They're first place team. I'll give it to them. I think they are better than Houston this year and Seattle. Jonathan Taylor, Yankee Mike, Jeff C, Michael Emmanuel, Maximus, the Gladiators in the house, Silver Stacker, Strada's in the house. Well, exactly, Roy. I don't think Cardinals fans are saying that. Season's over, suck. They're gonna ride and die with their team too, just like the Dodgers will do, just like I'm gonna do. So, you don't win series. Seasons aren't won in June, but we do need to score. A lot of people making that point, and it's a good point. So, Edward Carmel's in the house. Ronald Collins. Oh, I'm God. Who doesn't miss Rivera? The goat, baby, the goat. Steven Scratcher's here. Yeah, I'm, dude. Beck, you know how I feel with this man. It's Glaber the Alpha. Yeah, it's just not a good look. Seth. Huh? Dude, Sunil, bash away, man. You know? I mean, again, I was happy with Schmidt's performance today, and I'm not surprised with the bullpen, which is gassed. Which is why I keep saying trade for another reliever. I mean, the Mets already made a trade today with the Angels. They traded their third baseman Eduardo Escobar to the friggin' Angels for 2 minor league relief pitchers. The team's already taken him up on that offer. They want bullpen help in exchange for salary, even though they didn't take anybody's salary from the Angels. They just paid all of Eduardo Escobar's contract down. If I'm the Yankees, I'm calling him now. Take Donaldson's contract. You could defame tomorrow. We'll give you a reliever. Hmm. You know, Holmes and King. And this happens, Mikey Bombers. It happens, unfortunately. So, especially when they get used a lot. So, when they get used a lot, they tend to be off a little bit off mechanical, and you know, tend to get tired when they're gassed and they're not as sharp, Mikey. So, I hope they rebound sooner than later. But again, they need more bullpen depth here. Dev is in the house. Greg, what's good, man? By the way, smash that like button. Can we have almost 100 people in here? Can we get to 100 likes really quickly? Let's see how fast we can do it. I thank you for that, by the way. It's helpful to the channel, helpful to the algorithm, and all that good stuff. And it's always shows that you know, at least enjoy being here. So, whether it's good or bad, whether it's good or bad. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, not great at bats. I mean, that guy Brent, whoever that pitcher was, he pitched well for the Rangers. Pitched well. Their team is good right now. I mean, they deserve to be in first place right now. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Giancarlo, I'm telling you, man. West Coast Yankee fan, all good over here, man. Hope you're doing well, my man. How are you? I think too much of this. I mean, not yet that much Volpe. Sometimes he does, but I think a lot of expectations are unfairly placed on Anthony Volpe too. But then again, they have veterans that aren't performing. I'd be more pissed if the Torres isn't coming through, that Stanton's not coming through, that Rizzo's not coming through, not Volpe. Those veterans are not coming through. You know what I mean? Exactly, Joel. They let him down. No run support for Schmidt. That is a problem. That's a problem. So, and this is why, I mean, like the trades that I proposed, come with controllable relievers or a starter, getting some reliable bat. I would take these guys up on the damn offer. The Mets, man, give them a reliever, and if they're willing to take Donaldson, my goodness, ugh, you free up a spot, you can get Oswald Peraza up here tomorrow. It's like, please make him that offer. But yeah, our offense is definitely in a coma. We need some life in this offense, man. Steals. We need some life, baby. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm talking about the Mets. Earlier today, Andy Martino reported that the Mets are willing to take on a bad contract from some other team in exchange for bullpen help. They need bullpen help, and they'll take somebody's crappy contract off their books for them. I would be calling them. I'd be calling them every hour from the Yankees, honestly. So yeah, it's that one's got. I mean, this one's sensible if they're willing. Obviously, the Mets. So, well, not playing Bader in center field today. Costas. Maybe Peanut. Maybe. Huh? Team does think right now. Donaldson. I mean, if you're gonna move on from anybody, it's gotta be Donaldson. So, Jimmy, I'm with you there. Bullpen's getting gassed too, though. A lot of guys are kind of falling, and they've lost a lot of guys. A lot of guys hurt. So I wouldn't expect this bullpen to have the best ERA in late in the season when it counts. If they're still overused, I don't expect that. So that's why I would be. That's why I would be bringing in another reliever too. Yeah, Jonathan, I was talking about that a second ago. Yep, Angels and the Mets. Exactly, Texas. Boone did not give up that 2-run shot exactly. Michael King, his first pitch hung. It was hit by Garcia. That's it. That has nothing to do with Boone. Nothing. Let's hold the players accountable for giving up the win. I know it's easy to blame Boone for everything, but you know, what would we give up for Lane Thomas? From the Nationals back, probably I'd say a prospect between like 8 and 15, something like that. So what's up, James Gary? Holmes is trash. I mean, certain times he's been trash, but he's got like a 2.8 ERA too, so it's not as trash as some folks might think. Mets losing 5-1 in the ninth. Good. Brandon, you know, that's what I'm saying, dude. I did say that. I am being realistic, Sunil. This has nothing to do with the Titanic either. So, you know, Stanton, he'll get hot. When? I have no idea. But I am being realistic. What do you think I'm expecting? A complete turnaround for this team? I've said this before. They got to get healthier first to get better. They got healthy a month ago. They were really good. Then they got hurt again. They stink. They'll get healthy and they'll get better again. Is it enough? We have no idea. But I am being realistic, Sunil. Yeah, Gio's done for the season, Alex Fina. Broke his pelvis. He's done for the season. Gio Urshela. So that's JD, man. This is a tough one. Dude, I'm with you there, bro. This is a tough team to watch. It really, really is. And I feel better with IKF coming, but IKF is doing more than most of the offenses. And I'm with you there, Mikey. I would have called up Peraza instead of Cabrera. Or even Estevan Florio. You know? But again, yeah, exactly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, whatever Boone, even if he makes a good move, somebody will be like, well, he made a shitty move earlier. And you always find some way. This wasn't a Boone blow, Randall. See, this is the thing. Blaming Boone. Michael King gave up that home run. Okay, on his first pitch. The guy just lit it in his first pitch. That's not Boone. That's Michael King. Michael King got the loss. I know the convenient responses for so many people to blame Boone, but whatever. The Yankees got, I mean, Jonathan, I would be calling up a few guys. I would be making a few trades, and I would start doing it now. I would not wait until. I think it's a huge mistake to wait until the deadline. Well, yeah, I mean, we need offense, no doubt about that, Sunil. I mean, we've been preaching that for a long time. We've been preaching that for a long time. Uh, do I? Not right now, John Snow. I don't think this team can make the World Series right now. Win the World Series right now. No, I do not. I mean, I mean, it's really hard to judge the team without a healthy Judge, a healthy Rodon, healthy Nestor Cortez all together at the same time. We haven't had that all year, so it's really hard to judge a team when it's not firing on all of its cylinders. Really, really hard. So, and yeah, this I know, champs. But if you read it too, the Mets said they're willing to eat a bad contract, who they'll probably DFA the following day just to get relief help, and they're not even requiring the team to take a bad contract back. So Donaldson, if you're willing to take Donaldson, I give him a pretty good reliever because they're not only taking Donaldson's salary this year, they're going to take his buyout for next year too. That matters. That matters. That's an extra 6 million they get off the books next year. Extra. So yeah, a lot of too many pitchers, Texas, right? Too many. Uh, most of the offense, James, is in the minors right now. In AAA. AAA is on flipping fire. So yeah, Baltimore's losing 5-0. Good. Hmm. I mean, the Mets. At the very least, I would call them, and you can have your pick of relievers for taking Donaldson. You take Donaldson and another bad contract, you get two good relievers, at least. But and this is worth pursuing. I mean, look at the Angels executed a trade already, and they didn't even get major league pitchers. They didn't even get major league pitchers. So GM Ryan DFA's on to calls up Chaparro. Yeah, I mean, probably. Exactly, Ryan Beck. Yeah, just get some productive players here. Get some productive players. So, and Bobby, with you, they do need a major shakeup. And we don't know if what do you call it? I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it, totally forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. You could disagree with that. No offense, but I know. We're not. You're not saying telling us anything we don't know, D Carter. Losses in June, they do matter, but not as much as they do in September and October. That's just a fact. There's plenty of time to make changes, and September does not. So, but I understand what you're saying. There's far too many people saying the season's over already. Far too many. And they're entitled to believe that. Whatever. Yeah. Reds speak the freaking Reds are on fire. The Reds are on fire. And this is John, this is an opportunity. Like, at the very least, I would call the Mets and ask them, would you take Donaldson's contract? We'll give you Wandy. We'll give you somebody good. So it's wasted. It is a wasted start. It is a wasted start. Texas, 100%. Lorenzo, I called out Cashman early this morning on a video about this Peraza thing. He said Peraza needs to work on development a little bit more. I'm like, where development? What are you talking about? He's better than all the infielders we have here offensively, defensively. So he's the best defensive player infielder in the whole entire organization, minors and majors. So what do you need to work? What does he need to work on? And that's what I would like to see. He just said work on his development. What specifics, please? You know what I mean? Specifics, please. I want to know what the hell Peraza is too. Peraza's earned the right to be up here right now. So yeah. We need some run support for a lot of our freaking starters, man. We do. We really do. Would I trade Donaldson and Peralta to the Mets? Yep. Mm-hmm. I would. Donaldson. Peck. I know. It sounds like Hamilton's coming back in a few days. Bobby. I think 2 more rehab starts and then he's scheduled to come back up. So that'll be a nice little boost to the bullpen too. Dude, Steven, you know that. You know I would do that. And Torres is one of the few guys that has trade value. You get something back for him. You get something. You can get a controllable reliever probably for Torres. That's worth looking into. So looking into. That's why Matt Crook. I would be playing Matt Crook more often instead of coming here and sitting in 12 days. You have Nick Ramirez too, but I would be trading. If you look at my trades, I'm trading for a lefty reliever too. Because at some point they're going to overuse Peralta, and then he's not going to be sharp when we need him to be sharp. So I would move Peralta if it meant I can get rid of Donaldson's contract. Yeah, because that also frees up money for them to make moves at the deadline. So, yeah. Believe me, if the Mets were willing to take on, and I don't think any team is willing to take on, but the other problem is Stanton would have to waive his no trade clause. He has a full no trade clause, JD, and it makes it really, really difficult to move him. That's a tough one. So Torres, yeah, and this is when we've talked about this. Torres and a prospect for Giolito and Bummer. That seems like a really reasonable trade to me with the White Sox. A multiplayer trade. You get a starter and a reliever there. Yep. Yep. Judge. I mean, people keep. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, even people today, they're saying, "Oh, the Yankees are clueless about Judge." Everybody's clueless. Nobody knows when he's coming back. Not even Judge knows when he's coming back. The doctors don't know. This is temperamental. It's going to take some time. I wish people would just shut up and let the man heal. People spend so much time looking for reasons to blame, boom, blame. This is not Boone and Cashman. This is Judge's freaking toe. Like, this is not complicated. This is not complicated. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about some of these people on Twitter and and YouTube. It's like completely blind, tone deaf and blind, like completely blind to reality. Boone for Glenville. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson would be an appealing player. Shout out to the boys from Fireside Yankees for that. Really. Shout out to the boys from Fireside Yankees for talking about Lane Johnson. Yeah. But that said, it sounds like Cody Bellinger is being talked about a little bit more too. So, and I want that whoever if they're gonna trade for left fielder, hopefully he's an impact player. Because we just need an impact player. So yeah, I mean yeah, Stanton's just terrible right now. When am I gonna admit that he's done? When he's done. When he's done. They're keeping him here. And again, I'm dealing in their reality, the Yankees' reality. Until they fire him, he's still here. They do have bats, Sunil, and a lot of them are slumping. And they have minor leaguers who could be more productive than some of these veteran players. So, and people seem to think that the Yankees they could just eat everybody's contract and get move on. It's not going to happen. It's not reality. So, Peraza was sore for a couple of days. Sent him for tests, but apparently they all came out clean, right? As far as we know, Robert. So, well, it's harder to perform when they're not healthy. So, but I get what you're saying, Sunil. But yeah. Yeah, I said that yesterday or 2 days before, 2 days prior. I even put out a video where I asked him if he was running interference for Hal. Because it sounds like it. He's taking these answering questions like a moron because Hal might not want to answer these questions. And he's not very good at it. So and that's the other thing too. So I mean, Hal's a bigger problem than Cashman is. And Cashman's a bigger problem than Boone is. But if these guys stay, that's the reality that we have to live in, whether we like it or not. Which is when I stay in this reality until it changes. When the Titanic got crushed, the air inside superheated when it was compacted and then instantly fried everyone. What's the penalty for killing a billionaire? uh, uh, in America now, since a lot of our politicians cater to the billionaires, probably pretty high. Uh, they deal in this fantasy called trickle down economics. If we give the billionaires more, they'll eventually share it with us, which is the biggest baloney in American history. Time to call. I wouldn't call the season yet, Leo. I understand the frustration of people who want it, but I wouldn't do it. At least me. I'd rather die with them until the end. Uh, it's yeah. I mean, they're making like the most incremental roster moves. Taylor, like yeah, I mean, they could be making bigger ones, but I don't know why they're not. But yes, exactly, Texas. We are exposed with holes in the lineup. Yeah, yeah. DJ Stanton, Rizzo, those three veterans right now that are not hitting. But they make a lot of money, and Boone's not in the field hitting for them. Neither is anybody else. So it's hold these guys accountable, not Boone. You can hold Boone accountable for certain things, but we can't blame him for veterans not hitting. He doesn't pay their salary. He didn't sign them. He didn't trade for them. He's dealing with the roster he has. And I don't understand this one, John. Like, who are you going to trade Peraza for? You know, why would you? I mean, who are you going to trade him for? Like, keeping him down there for trade bait. He has to prove himself up here to be even more valuable trade bait. I mean, he's already started to prove himself up here last season when he played up here. I don't see the logic. I don't see if that's what they're trying to do. He needs to be our shortstop, Peraza. He needs to be our shortstop. He's better at shortstop than any shortstop here. He's better. He could be better in third base. He could be better at second than any of our players. He should be our shortstop. So I don't understand that one. Yeah, that one sucked. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is why I hope they DFA Donaldson sooner than later, so that we can stop having discussions about this guy, and he can stop making moves that give him the benefit of the doubt more than he should. You know. Yeah, 162 game season. I had that. Yeah, 100%. Problem with Jonathan. I mean, problem with Jonathan is he doesn't have any trade value, unfortunately. I mean, this is like a Christmas come early gift by the Mets that the Yankees should take. Uh, Worst GM in New York. I don't know about that. Eppo's not really good, Emilio. The Mets are worse than the Yankees, and they have 60 million, 70 million payroll higher. So he hasn't really done much over there. But neither one of them are doing a good job right now. So I think we can all agree with that. King, I mean, his first pitch, he got hit. He came right out the gate, threw right down the middle. It was a hanger. He got hit right out of the park. So unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, people get fired up right now about the playoffs. It's still a long way to go until the playoffs. Long way to go. Blow up the team, start over. Championships count. See, this is the other thing too. The fact that they're building around. You got to build around Judge and Cole and a couple other players. Judge is not the only player on this team that matters. He does matter 100%. He's not the only player that matters here, Corey. And I get what you're saying though, but I think it's important to acknowledge that too. I think it really is important to acknowledge that. Like the Yankees before, they built around Jeter and Rivera and Pettit and Posada. And then they built around, a nucleus of players. I think we need to do the same thing here. Giants. Yeah. Well, exactly. The pen is being some of these pen guys are being overworked, and it's showing. Tim King, right? It's showing. Good, let the Orioles lose. Yeah. There are tradable Yankees, Jeff C. There's no doubt about it. But there are also non-tradable Yankees. So, yeah, I mean that was a tough one, the Volpe IKF one. I mean, neither one of them called each other off, so they're both kind of. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, IKF is getting used to center field. Volpe's a rookie, so it's a it's a tough combination. It's not like Jeter and Bernie Williams. They would have had that thing. They would have had it down pat. So yeah, the Yankees might get rained out tomorrow. They might, but if they do play, um, it's John Gray versus Luis Severino. So I hear you, Jonathan. I personally think they need to be buyers and sellers. They don't have enough to sell to make that much of a difference. West Coast, get to work, my man. Appreciate you coming on as always, man. Appreciate you. Buyers and sellers, I think, are probably the best option for the Yankees, Jonathan Taylor. And again, tomorrow night we'll have an open panel for any of you guys and gals want to hop on. You're welcome to hop on tomorrow night. We can, speak your minds. Speak your mind, baby. I can't. Yeah, I mean, the defense sucks. Yeah, and Emilio, guess who would be a good idea to bring up for he's the best defensive player in the franchise? Oswald Peraza. But for some reason, they're keeping him down. Yeah. The best defensive player they have in the whole freaking franchise, and not even bring him up here. So I hope not, Champs Gary. I mean, who are you going to get? Unless you're going to get Corbin Burns, I don't see the point in trading Peraza. Unless you're going to use him for Juan Soto, I don't see the point in trading Oswald Peraza. I mean, really. Well, yeah, exactly, John Kirk. We need Judge back healthy. We need Rodon back healthy. We need Severino to find consistency. We need Nestor Cortez back healthy. We need a lot of healthy pieces to come back. So you got that right. Listening to you, exactly. It won't make changes until fans stop going to games. Yep, that's the harsh reality. I mean, and the Yankees people need to see that. Hal needs to see it. Cashman needs to see it. So I hope so, Wink the man. I hope they're going to phase out Donaldson. I think they're, and the fact that he's getting the same treatment that Hicks got before they DFA'd him. So maybe this is what they need. See how unhappy the Yankee fans are. They need to hear this every freaking day, like they did with Hicks. So I don't really give a damn what Hicks is doing. He'll have his 2 weeks of fame over in Baltimore, and then he'll slow down and come back to earth. I don't see him hitting 340 for the rest of the year. No. Yeah, I mean, I know. I think some of them are afraid to face the fence. Sean, I really do. Yankees haven't kept non-English speaking position players in a since. As well, Peraza, he needs to be up here. Andujar. Well, he got released by Pirates too. Florial. Well, that's not necessarily. He's not the one that calls up and sends down players, Patrick. That's the other thing. Other people do that. He doesn't generally. He doesn't do that. He doesn't pick who gets called up and who gets sent out. He's part of it, but he doesn't make final. He doesn't have the final decision in that. So, um, yeah, I mean, I understand the frustration right now for everybody, and I get it. I totally get it. So, but I would still be up, hanging in there. If I would be. Those trades are not necessarily. Which trades are you talking about? I mean, I had trades with the Diamondbacks to get a young outfielder. I moved Severino for hitting. I had a couple of blockbuster trades that involved multiple hitters. So there's a couple of trades. I mean, I used in my trades, I used hitting to get pitching and pitching to get hitting. The fit was just right with the teams. So, um, but they would have to make Ron 9. They will have to make a series of trades. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, Billy. I mean, they did better than I expected to. I mean, they didn't get crushed by the Rangers, and Clark Schmidt pitched extremely well. Extremely well. Uh, yes, they do need to hit. So, I mean, well, exactly, Joe. Yeah, you want to blame somebody for Judge's toe, you got to blame the Dodgers for that building that freaking faulty wall, which they've already acknowledged they're repairing. So, like, yeah, that's Dodgers. That's nothing to do with anybody in the Yankees. And that was, I mean, a Judge hustle. He was hustling, playing hard. Can't fault him for that either. No. Yeah, if anybody hasn't heard, Clayton Beater got called up to AAA today. He's the guy they got in the Joey Gallo trade. So he's one step away from the Yankees. So, and maybe they'll fast track him if the Yankees actually make a trade with the Mets and give a reliever away. Maybe Big Clayton Beater will have a shot up in the majors this year. You got Ian Hamilton coming back in about a week. So, um, you know, there's some things to look up to look forward to. We did miss opportunities, no doubt about that. Hmm. So far, Leo, so they have about 70 to 75 million coming off the books after the season, which is good. They're gonna have to be smart with how they spend this money. I would get two starting pitchers in front of them. They fire Boone, who they want. I don't know, David, because the problem is firing Boone doesn't solve everything. You can bring in Casey Stengel. He's not going to turn this team. He's not going to make the injured players not injured anymore, and I can make the shitty players not as older anymore. Like it doesn't. It's Boone's not the only thing, David. There's so many folks that say you fire Boone and everything gets better. So much more than that. So I don't even know who I'd want as a manager, David. I don't know. Because again, it doesn't solve all the problems. Uh, yeah, Ron, exactly. I mean, he might be hesitant to call because guys, yeah, not panning out. He might be, but they got to find out one way or another. If it doesn't pan out, then DFA, trade, whatever. Move on from these guys. So Rich Eisen's take on Halstein was interview with Michael K versus something George Summer said way back then. I haven't seen that yet, Billy, but I will. Yeah, yeah, we need some more aggressive hitting, James Ryan. Damn right. Hungry hitting, attentive hitting. We need it, man. Oh. Yeah, Mets and Yankees are both playing crappy now, just like the Dodgers aren't playing well. The St. Louis Cardinals, storied franchises not playing well, and non-storied franchise are. That's also baseball too. Uh, yeah, this is the thing. Like, I don't like. I understand the logic behind Florial, but I've never seen him this close or this good offensively in the minors. So if he can't put it together now in the majors, then you move on from him. Then you put him in a trade, all right, and would add him to a tourist trade or whatever. So, but there's some other guys like Peraza. He's already shown that he can hit up here, and and that's the thing. I would not be afraid to move on from some of these expensive veterans, especially ones that don't have multiple seasons left. You just or take the Mets up on that offer. That stuff doesn't happen very often. I've never heard that actually. I'll eat your shitty contract if you give me a reliever. I mean, come on. The Yankees have one of the best bullpens in baseball. You can afford to unload one reliever if they're willing to take a Josh Donaldson. Give him a reliever like Ron Marinaccio I mentioned. He's not afraid until 2027. That's controllable years on the cheap. That's the type of guy the Mets would be looking for. But, it's crazy. It is crazy. But we'll see. That's the thing too, Bobby. Like I don't like when they bring in guys like I said this a lot recently too. The Yankees have this it's a problem, I think, and a tendency to bring in guys like Sonny Gray, who was playing like an ace, pitching like an ace, and you come over, you try to change him and make him into the Yankee way or whatever. They stink, and then they leave again and become aces again. Stop trying to change these guys. You liked him for a reason. Let him be the guy that you loved here, so that they can perform well. Like, stop trying to change guys when you trade for them. Really, I hope the Yankees stop doing that. I don't know who, if it's analytics. I don't know who runs that program, but that program sucks. Oh, Peraza comes up and struggles as well. So what? So what, Carl? Got to give him time too, just like they give him Volpe. Luis Severino's pitching tomorrow, Billy, against John Gray. Uh, yeah, it's 2 more games. It's a 3-game series. I thought it was 4, but Sunil was right. It's a 3-game series. Then we get Oakland, I think, for 4, and then there's St. Louis after that. So we got 50 likes, 58 likes in here. Maybe can we get to 75 likes in? There's 17 people that haven't hit that like button yet. I'd like to get 100. I mean, there's 42 people that haven't hit that like button. Please do it. It's greatly appreciated. What do we say? Is there any chance they DFA? Nah, he's got 3 more years left at an abbreviated salary. Uh-uh. I see. I see a 0% Marcel. Unfortunately, Jonathan, man, have a great night. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow night, dude. Yeah, that was a big nucleus, Sean. Right? I mean, we don't have that right now. We have Judge, we have Cole, and a couple other complimentary places, but Cole is the clear guy on the pitching side. Judge is the clear guy on the offensive side. We need more than that. You know, that would be like having Jeter and Rivera and none of those other guys. So it'll be a 10 tomorrow night, Jonathan. 10. Oh, it's gonna be fun coming after you. But I don't know. Like, it's too early to predict. And who cares who's right and who's wrong? Really? Yeah. If the Twins sweep, I mean, if the Rangers sweep, they do. If they don't, they don't. And if they don't, if they lose the next 2 games, I'm just going to move on to the next series. You know, whatever happens, happens. So, but one thing you can be sure of that I'm not going to be a dick about it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pour myself off as the all-knowing. You know that you're not going to get that here, Sunil. So you don't have to worry about that kind of behavior. Yeah, I mean, I hope the offer still effect. I mean, I hope it's still in effect after the Angels. But again, the Angels gave him 2 relievers, but neither one of them are major league ready yet. So I still think they need more major league ready relievers. We haven't heard anything about Peraza being seriously hurt. He was out of the lineup for 2 days. They threw him for some tests, but we haven't heard anything yet. So, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the Peraza too. So, yes, they did, Peter. They blew up the team, and then they went to the LCS Game 7 the following year, 2017. Yep, DFA Calhoun, bring up Florial, send Cabrera back. I mean, yeah, I do think Calhoun would probably be the odd man now when Judge came back anyway, Peanut. So you do make a lot of sense there. You do. Yeah, we need some. I mean, I like the minor league contracts that they've signed. Like Bowers and McKinney have done some good things here. So they made some good minor, and even Calhoun before he got hurt, he was doing a pretty decent job. So, but yeah, I mean, we need dudes that can stay healthy, man, and be productive. Taz Pedro's in the house. Yeah, I don't understand that movie, The Donaldson from McKinney. I'm not exactly sure. Probably a home run because he's been hitting like 90% of his hits have been home runs. So that's probably the logic, but I can't confirm that. But it's just not there. Yeah, it's yeah, it's not there. They need to make some moves. They really do. Buckeye, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah. But I mean, I will give Texas Rangers. They have a good team. They got a good team. So, John Kirk, I put Peraza at short. I put Volpe at second. I think that's a more natural position. I think they could be their middle infield for the next decade. If it were up to me, I would do that. What's up, Justin? Lewis G's in the house. He does. Unfortunately, yes, guy for some analytics and for Cashman and Hal. Yes, he is. Boom. So, and they like it like that. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the reality that we live in, whether people like it or not. The chance of these guys being fired is slim to none, and that's the unfortunate part. We need to take a look at our analytics. Yeah, I mean, shit, 100%, Robert Johnson, 100%. Damn, son, you really want to crop dust these guys. You really want to crop dust these guys. Yeah, it's just we're not the ones that make the decisions, unfortunately, Mike around. But yes, we did talk about that. Yes, we did last year, this year, off season. Yeah, but this is the unfortunate reality that we live in. Would I trade Severino, Donaldson, and a reliever for Brett Pitt? Yes. Yep. Get that youth in here. Yep. You'd save up a hell of a lot of payroll space too. Clear up a hell of a lot of payroll space. If you take Severino too, I'd give him a pretty good reliever. Huh. Yeah, I mean, we started off strong with the Twins, Peter Gala, but you know, Kaepernick's he's got power potential, but he's also very, very hot and cold. Very, very hot and cold. At least he's not here. Howdy, Texas. Justin Durham's in the house. What's up, man? The organization, it does seem flawed. It does. A lot, quite a few things seem pretty off, Billy. Right? I mean, I think so. Mhm. Corchester Cash, another 20 years. Yeah, we'll see. That's the reality. I mean, they're laughing their way. Well, Hal is laughing his way to the bank. So or I would sell, but there's not much to sell here, you Elvis. But if you want to get some, you're gonna have to offer some relief pitching too in trades if you really want to sell because they have more value than freaking Torres and Severino have, which are probably you Elvis probably the only two trade pieces that have value, honestly. So it's crazy but true. Yeah, Glaber was the best return. Yeah, yeah, got him for Chapman. Yep, I remember that. Clint Frazier was being turned out to be bad. Yeah, Justice Sheffield. Yep, McKinney was in the Chapman trade too. This is true. This is true. Yep. Yep. Trade DJ. I'm starting to hear that now too. I don't know if they'll be able to, but we'll see. And if Fee's in the building, what's good, my man? I will be wrapping it up in a minute or two, gang. So just so you know, um, this was a tough one in the Fee. This was a tough one. Yeah, yeah. And Joel, keep remember day by day. And thank you for asking that too, NFA. It reminded me. Keep that shoulder rehab going day by day. Small steps, Joel. Small steps towards getting better. So Sunday will be Cole versus Evaldi. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good game. Evaldi's been a Yankee killer for years, but he is beatable. But we'll see. They got to actually beat him. So, or beat the Bullpen. Just win the freaking game. I want Cole to go 9-1, man. So, next stream is Thursday, and then come July, it's twice a week. Okay. All right. Making progress, Joel. Keep it going, man. Keep it going, dude. Join it, Joel. Dude, if you can make it, Joel. You know you're always welcome. You know you're always welcome. So, how, 100% Bruce. Hal needs to eat that money for Donaldson. But I mean, like, if you don't want to eat the money, trade him to the Mets and give up a reliever. And the Mets are willing to eat the money. If you have a team willing to eat this money, that's like you have to take advantage of that. You have to call them and see if they're willing to do this. I mean, really. So, yeah. I mean, every pitcher that the Yankees gave away for Montez has a crappy ERA. Sears is around 5. Oh. Yes, indeed. It's less. I see. IKF owns stuff like that, even when it's not his. The fact that it could be his, he take. I mean, that's respect. That's veteran character right there, Texas. Right? 80 likes. We have 20 more folks in here that haven't hit the like button yet, so we can get to 100. So, for an announcement that a DFA for Donaldson goes down tomorrow, who in their right mind is ready to celebrate? Yeah, I mean, I would be relieved, Sunil, if that happens. I really would. Taz, always a pleasure having you on, man. Thank you, man. You know how we do it, thing. You know how we do it here. You know, good or bad, we ride or die, but we'll keep it straight. We'll keep 100 for the people, Pedro. Always appreciate you. What's it going to take for us to finally get our health? We got to get guys healthy. We need a healthy Judge. We need a healthy Rodon. We need Nestor Cortez to be himself again. We need Severino to be himself. Like a lot of things. We need our veterans to hit. So we do. We need all these things, Anthony. Will they all happen? I don't know. Do we hope? Hell yeah. So, nah. Hal's not going to sell this company because he's just laughing his way to the bank. Laughing his way to the bank. Roll D. Yeah, Nestor did start playing catch. He's still several weeks away now. But it'd be good to see him back in. It'd be good to see Rodon back in there. Rodon has a second rehab assignment on Sunday. So it's possible, Anthony, but possible is not a guarantee. That's for sure. Christmas in July would be really nice. Christmas in June would be really nice. But unfortunately, in this case, Hal's going to have to play Santa. He's been playing Scrooge quite a bit. We need him to play Santa. Or maybe Uncle Steve Cohen will play Santa once here for us. But we'll see. Yeah, I hope this doesn't happen, right? But you might be right. Strike another network deal and I complain about the tax threshold. Yeah. Yep. Making an extra 100 million here, but I mean, it's not enough. You guys are worth like $10 billion, right? Enough. Enough. Got to expose a loophole in Peach Halligan. Oh man. Oh my gosh. It's a good one. Watkins for cash consideration from the Astros. I don't know what that move is going. Yeah, it's been a couple. There were a couple moves today. The Angels made a trade with the Mets, and um, they got another major league bat. The Angels, so veteran major league bat, Eduardo Escobar, the third baseman. I don't know what they're going to do because they have Rendon there too. Maybe Rendon will play first base. But another bat in the lineup for two minor league relievers going to the Mets. Sevy to me is I don't think they're going to re-sign him after this year, so I would trade him and try and get some type of value back. You know, that's what I would do. But I don't feel I'm not confident that he's going to come back healthy and dominant. I'm just not. We get little bits and pieces of dominant here, dominant there, but we need consistency. I'd rather have somebody like Aaron Nola. Even if he gives us 3 runs a game, he keeps the team in the game. He's consistent, doesn't have injury problems. I'd rather have somebody like that here, honestly. Uh, It just goes off after the break. Yeah. Astros are struggling too. I hope so too, Billy. I hope so too, man. I hope they go off. Definitely wishful thinking, but the Yankees would be stupid to say no to that one. Pete Alonso first, Luis Serena. The Mets would never do it, but the Yankees, you'd be nuts to not do that. Lane Thomas is a guy, and he won't break the bank, and he's a guy, and that would be a nice trade for the Yankees. It'd be a nice trade. So, yeah, yeah, exactly, Ryan. The Braves are living up to preseason expectations. Yep. You got Hill coming back slowly. Brito, Randy Vasquez, Nestor, few young relievers. Yeah, the Mets. I mean, the Yankees are in a better spot than the Mets are in, but people don't want to hear that. So, and Nola gives him 6 innings consistently. It's your boy. So not always high, not always low, but like I want a guy who can pitch every fifth day. We don't have to worry, constantly worry about. You know, Flyer. I had Joe Adele in one of my trades last week. Yeah, well, any team can be stopped. So yeah, it's if Tampa wins it, then they win it. They don't, they don't. So there's no guarantee that they're gonna win though. So just like there was no guarantee that the Mets were gonna go to the World Series this year either. Season, but it's still June actually. So you never know. 70 to Philly for Wheeler. It's an interesting one, Senil. But let me wrap this up, gang. I appreciate you all coming on. Smash that like button on the way out. Appreciate you, all the members of the Mafia. We'll be back tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to our stream tomorrow night. Where guys can just and gals can just unload. Keep it straight. Keep telling yourselves the injuries. It's partly the injuries, Roldy. Okay, it's partly the injuries, but you keep telling yourself whatever you want to tell yourself too. That's the thing. So, Cards trade Alcantara and Gallen for Cards. The Cards don't have either one of those players. Crazy, man. It's partly. Not very good putting words in people's mouth, but whatever. Whatever, man. But shout out to everybody. We got 90 likes. If we can get 10 more, it's greatly appreciated. Have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all of yous. See y'all tomorrow.